All-Star action, folks. Kevin Harlan happy to be here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Tonight, the best shooters in the NBA battle it out in the three-point contest. It's time to find out which player has what it takes to beat the clock and his opponents.
And as with all the All-Star festivities, the three-point contest is about having fun, a good time. But still, that doesn't mean the competitive juices won't be flowing.
Now, no question, Clark, these guys are in it to win it. There's a lot of pride on the line when you're up against your peers like this, but I do.
So it'll be Big Smooth right here. He'll have 60 seconds to shoot 25 shots from beyond the arc. Clark, that works out to about 2.2 seconds a shot.
Love to see you using the sabermetrics there, partner. Quick pace indeed. Each make counts as 1 point with the exception of the last ball, the money ball. That worked too.
I actually had the abacus.
I know you did.
And guys, that money ball can kind of push you along to the next rack. So even if you struggle during the rack, if you can make that last one, it gives you momentum going forward.
Can't get the money ball. He's got 8. 9 points. 10 points on the board. 5 big points on that rack alone. That's 4 in a row now. He's at 14. Hits for 15. Down to the final rack.
Yeah, there you go.
And he buries his 5th in a row. All right. He comes away with a score of 21 on the round. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
Yeah, it was a great finish to the round for him. He just got better and better as it went along.
21. And so will see James Harden.
When Harden came into the league, people were unsure if he'd be able to shoot with range in the NBA. He started out a little slow, but he's become quite the scorer and sharpshooter. And a lot of people thought that would be the case. It was just a matter of when. One way to ensure success in this event, as we've learned, Steve, is by hitting those money balls. Those give you a nice jolt of momentum.
Yeah, that's really the key. I mean, if you can knock down all 5 money balls, you really don't even have to shoot a high percentage and you can still come out on top.
Look, he just had a flat tire. He's gone off the rails. 3 bad racks in a row.
That's 4 misses in a row. Off the mark with 5 in a row now.
Starting to freeze up a bit.
Drains the money ball. 6.
Ooh, Harden starting to feel it.
8 points. He closes out the round with 8 points. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, it seemed like every time he was starting to get into a good rhythm, he just couldn't capitalize on it. He'd quickly fall out of his pace.
So often we see just a few misses in a row totally derail the play. It has that snowball effect if you let it.
Yeah, that's all the more reason that your only thought as a shooter can be on your next shot, not the previous one. But that's much easier said than done.
Could only get 1 shot to fall off the rack. He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses.
That's 3 racks in a row now that have given him fits.
6. Can't get the money ball. Misses for the 4th straight time. Off the mark with 5 in a row now. He's missed 6 straight. He doesn't look comfortable. He closes out the round with 8 points. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, he's a better shooter than that, but at one point during the round, he ran off 6 consecutive misses. And I just felt like he lost all momentum at that point.
So it'll be Brad Beal here.
There's no time to waste in this competition. The clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast.
But as a shooter, you don't want to keep peeking at the clock in between shots. I mean, you almost have to keep time in your head, but really most of these players have practiced at home before this competition, so they have a decent idea of what's ahead.
7 more points to stay in contention.
That's 2.
6 more points to stick around.
3 racks down, 2 to go.
Four more points to stay alive.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, he can miss 2 more shots in this round, but that's it.
So he puts just 4 points on the board. He was not himself at all out there that time, guys.
Yeah, I thought the big thing was the start that he got off to just didn't set the table for him. He missed 5 straight early on, and that was enough.
So here's Durant now.
A lot of people wondered how Durant would play when he first came into the league, whether he'd be a 3 or a 4. That doesn't really matter what position he is. He can play any spot because he's got incredible touch and great range. He doesn't need to do too much here to get past that mark.
He needs 3 more points.
Now is 6. That's 7.
1 more to stay alive. And that'll get him into a second-place tie.
Second place. 3 of 4 on money balls. He misses his 4th straight. He comes away with 11 points. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, I would guess he would like a mulligan. He finished the round with 5 straight misses. Not the way you want to go out.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round.
And guys, one of the cardinal sins of the three-point contest is a player trying to change his stroke after a bad rack or two. It won't work.
Well, it's tempting to do so, Clark, but trying to make adjustments during a 60-second span sometimes is tough. People tend to overthink things. This is really more about finding your stroke early and then not thinking about anything.
4 more points to stay alive. Oh, no. 4 more points to advance. 1 rack left. He's got 5.
And a rough finish here.
2 more and he moves on.
7 points. 7 points was the best he could do. He was not himself at all out there that time, guys.
Well, when you have a stretch where you miss 8 in a row, I mean, you're leaving so many points out there, and there's almost no way to recapture your momentum at that point. You lose confidence.
Big Smooth got to be the favorite going into the finals. Don't you think, guys?
Definitely, Kevin. I mean, if he can shoot anywhere close to as well as he did in qualifying, he'll have this contest in the bag.
Yeah, but you know, one round doesn't blend into the next, Clark. So he's got to put it together again. And one thing we do know, if he's got another performance like that one in him, this is going to be an unbelievable performance overall.
So it's James Harden ready to go. Well, if you watch James Harden in college, where, by the way, he was the Pac-10 Player of the Year as a sophomore at Arizona State, teams would have to mark him and watch way beyond the three-point line. Clark, he's always been a deep threat, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Steve, he's some kind of shooter now in the NBA.
He is, and then he uses that threat to also get to the rim because he draws the defense out and then puts the ball on the deck and gets all the way into the paint. So really a versatile, multi-dimensional player.
Pressure's on. He's got 24 seconds to top the score and move on. The door wide open right now. Here we go with James Harden. He's got to go first here in the finals because he had the lowest score to qualify. But he made it in. That's the important thing. Makes his first there. That's 2. Now with 4. 5 points now. Money ball, no good. 6. Drains the money ball. Points. Can't get the money ball. Misses for the 4th straight time. That's 5 in a row. He better get it together. He's got 10. He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, I didn't expect that score to be as low as it was. What about you guys?
Well, he missed 3 of the 5 money balls, so he didn't do himself any favors in that department. Those are 6 big points that he left on the table.
So it'll be Kevin Durant here. 10 points, we're tied, or he can take the lead.
And Durant really starting to light it up now, guys.
4 points more to tie it up.
7 points. One more to tie. 10 points on the board. Hits, and now he has the lead.
And still going.
Well, he's got the score to beat in this final round. Uh-oh.
12 for him. Moneyball, no good. That's 13. Now 14. He finishes with 14 points on the board. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Yeah, an ideal start for him, nailing every ball off that first rack, and that really took a lot of pressure off of him for the rest of the round.
So it'll be Big Smooth right here. He had the highest score in the last round. Let's see if he can do it again here in the final.
And over his career, just a superb long-range marksman.
He can seal the deal with 15 points or more. 8 more points for him to tie it up. Feeling it. He's hot now, his 7th consecutive basket. 5 more points needed for the win. That's 11 in a row. It's a barrage of threes. Good, and the rest is academic. We have a winner.
Great shooting, take it on home.
Boy, unbelievable work out there. He found his groove early, and he maintained his focus, got on a big roll.
23, 24. He's at 25. He finishes with 25. What an unbelievable round. Right away you could tell it was going to be special.
Yeah, dozen shots in a row. I mean, just on fire. And trust me, guys, it's not that easy. And that was sensational shooting.
And that brings the three-point contest to a close. Coming out on top of the kind of field we had here tonight says so much about our champion this year.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
Yeah, to paraphrase Larry Bird way back, who's going to get second? That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, Clark, he deserves all the credit in the world to come out on top against a field like that. That's sensational.
And the drama, the excitement, this year's three-point contest had it all. And it was our pleasure to bring it to you. For myself, Kevin Harlan, and my partners, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, thank you, everyone, and good night.